speaker from the affirmative side. At this point, we will have the first speaker from the negative side for her 5-minute constructive speech. Madam.
Youth plays a vital role in our nation. That is, youth is the most important asset of our nation. For I do believe that youth is the hope of our fatherland. To our honorable panel of judges, to my fellow students, friends, coaches, to my fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, a blessed morning to everyone. Family is a basic unit of a society. It is considered as the first school wherein the very first education happens. Today, it is an opportunity as well as a privilege that we are given this time to solve the proposition that the criminal liability of a juvenile delinquency be lessened from 15 years old to 9 years old, based on the proposal authored by Representative Pablo Garcia. But before I lay down our points of view regarding this issue, let me first define the terms used in this proposition. First, the juvenile, young or youthful, immature or childish. Delinquency means antisocial or illegal acts or behavior usually by young people. Third is lessen, means to reduce. Is House Bill 2894 necessary? No, it is not. Let me cite to you some of the necessities to justify our stand. First, according to our Commission on Human Rights Chairperson Loretta Ann Rosales, that lowering the age of criminal liability to 9 years does not only go against the international standard or the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, but it also violates the Republic Act 9344 or the Juvenile and Welfare Act of 2006. She further added that lowering the age of criminality is not a solution to lessen crimes. Second, on the other hand, Dr. Bernadette Manalo Arsena, a psychiatrist of St. Luke's Medical Center, said that it is not the children who are the problem, but these are the parents, social and environmental factors. The age of 9 is too young because of the fact that the crimes are being done at the teenage stage of 12 to 18. She further added, there should be a parental intervention. The parent should be properly guided on what is the proper way of handling child. Third, this is a real world. Let us not be hypocrites. If syndicates widely use children for their evil desires, it is government identify and pursue them instead of pursuing these helpless minors. It is the minors of matter of getting the major roots to us so the activity will not prosper. Ladies and gentlemen, we on the negative side strongly disagree on the proposed amendment of the Republic Act 9344. Mr. Moderator, I now present myself for the interpellation.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Being so, we shall now call back again the first speaker from the affirmative side for your interpellation. Sir, you have 3 minutes.
My dear opponent, good morning.
Good morning.
You contend that the amendment would not be necessary, right?
Yes.
Is this because that you believe that there is no problem in the status quo?
Yes.
Okay. Do you deny the presence of crimes committed by young offenders?
No.
No. So therefore, there is something wrong with the status quo?
No.
No. You said earlier that you do not deny the presence of crime, and now you say there's nothing wrong?
Yes.
There is crime, but there's nothing wrong? How can
There is
that be?
nothing wrong. It's the matter of fact that the children, which is minors, is not the problem of the government.
Okay. Okay. You said earlier in your speech that the amendment would be not necessary because it will be pursuing helpless minors, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And if this amendment will pursue helpless minors, how do you qualify the word pursue? Give me something that would qualify the word.
pursue, in order to pursue that amendment,
Pursue helpless minors, you said. What's pursue helpless minors?
to pursue helpless minors. The government, in amending this certain law, does not generate the general welfare of the society.
That does not generate the general welfare of the society.
Especially the minors.
General, especially the minors. How can you say something general when there is something specific?
In which case that the minors are considered
let's
immature.
proceed. When you say pursuing, it means that they will go after chasing these ones. You said earlier that if they pursue, don't you know that even there is no such word as pursue even in the status quo, in your present status quo?
I don't think so.
There is no pursuit, my dear opponent. There is just capturing the wrongdoers or the criminal offenders, right?
So,
and when you capture them, you do not pursue them. You capture them for their own good, correct?
so what are you trying to imply, my dear opponent?
I am supposed to to ask you a question. You are supposed to answer.
But you're not asking a question.
I'm asking you when you say pursue.
So what is your question?
I'm asking you, if you are listening, that when you are pursuing, it doesn't mean that you give them harm. When you capture, you do not give harm. You secure them.
But it does
Preventive.
not necessarily mean that it is for the general welfare, especially
It is
for the minors.
welfare.
The fact that minors are immature and they are not able to view themselves to discern such certain crime acts. my
They
dear
can
opponent.
discern, my dear opponent. You have agreed earlier.
In what sense?
Thank you, debaters. In as much as we would like to